I had a lot of support growing up. I grew up in a small town. It's a little native community up in northern Canada, and
it's on Hudson's Bay, correct?
Well, James Bay.
James Bay, right?
A little below Hudson's Bay, but a little further south. But I had a lot of support from them, a lot of family, a lot of. It's a very tight-knit community. Everybody's into helping everybody, and growing up. That was our way of life, and I never forgot it. It's something I appreciate to this day, and I'm going up actually to do a hockey school there in about another week, and trying to give back to them a little bit, and it's something where it's kind of exciting, and it's something I grew up in, and I'm very proud of where I grew up, and just appreciative of what they meant to me.
On 1/24/07 at Dallas's American Airlines Center, Jonathan Cheechoo used his fabulous frame when he assisted on Patrick Marleau's second period goal as their Western Conference club won the AllStar Game. What was it like playing in that 2007 NHL All-Star Game? And which of your 9 career hat tricks, the San Jose Sharks franchise record, is the most memorable?
Getting to play in that All-Star Game was something special. The year I actually scored 56, they didn't have an All-Star Game that year, so I was kind of bummed because I was like, I think I would have made the All-Star Game this year, but luckily enough, I was voted in by the fans the following year, and was able to go and kind of see that. I got to meet Gordie Howe, a few different people that I'd never met before. So for me, it was a great experience, and my parents were there, my wife was there, so we kind of got to soak in the whole thing and just enjoy it, and get to play with guys that we played against, but respected and maybe cheered for over the years. Like growing up, a few of the guys I'd played with there, I cheered for when I was a little younger, like Nick Lidstrom. You get a few guys that you watch growing up that you're excited to meet. And, I was like a kid. I was running around getting my jersey signed as well, and it was a fun time. And for me, hat tricks, I got 5 that one year, and it was something where I really liked scoring against Anaheim, so beating them was they were kind of a big rival at the time. They had Niedermeyer, they had Pronger, so my one against them, I think it was against Giguère was in net. I scored 1 penalty shot, I think. I had a couple. It was fun. I got a couple against them. I scored 1 against Giguère and 1 against Brzgalov, so anytime I got to score against them, it was fun.
Darryl coached such a long time, and was in hockey his whole life, but knew hockey in and out. And he was kind of an older generational coach, but he showed he could adapt even when he went to LA after he won some cups. But when he was here, I think he brought a sustained level of excellence where he demanded that out of people. It was something that wasn't good enough to be just complacent with being where you were. You always had to keep improving. And one of the things I think he brought in was that work ethic. He had obviously the players that they brought in were of the style where he wanted to coach. He had his brother on the team, Ron Sutter, at the time too. Like when I first came up to camp, and coming in and seeing these guys, how they prepared, how they went about their jobs. As a young guy coming up, I think it just created a culture where the young players kind of looked at those old guys and were like, that's the right way to do it. And, as everybody came up through the system, you kind of had that instilled in you already, and that created the basis for this the run that San Jose has had. They've had pretty good teams for the most part, which kind of hurt them by not getting good draft picks. But I'd rather have a team that's competing every year and ready to go for it. So it's I think he instilled that, and it's something he was a very successful coach, and it was a pleasure to be coached by him.